Alrighty, so the last three Tower of Trials floors are here, and today we're going to be taking on floor 30, which is Green Sariel, and I think this one is by far the hardest of all three, because the main gimmick here is that Sariel has two lackeys on the side, but you basically, the whole thing is you have to kill Sariel first, but he's still hidden, so you can't target him, which means that you have to use basically AoEs to be able to get to him without killing the side two units, which is really strange. Like, it's really hard to do. This is a team that I've seen some people use. You can sub out Kizuna for Margaret if you have her, and you can still kind of get it to work there. But basically, with this team, you're just trying to go for as much damage on King as possible. I think Amazing did a guide on this one as well, and he used two gold King cards into a King ultimate and was able to kill the Sariel off in the middle without killing the side two units, which I don't know if you just can't kill Sariel if you kill the side two units or not. Like, I don't know if it just puts on like a revive or whatever the case may be there, but they also get to go first no matter how high your CC is, so that is also kind of an issue a little bit. So there's also a team that you can use if you have a 6/6 Festival Ban, the Purgatory Ban. You can just rush an ultimate with him, and I have seen that he can one-shot Sariel, which is of course very, very nice, but I wanted to maybe use this one first just because it feels kind of scummy to require people to have a 6/6 ultimate on a character just to be able to play the game mode. So, yeah, I'm not super thrilled with that. I think what we're going to do is maybe we rank up on Kizuna first and go for just the big buff here. We're going to take a little bit of counter damage here, but if we can put on the level 3 buff, try to get some decent damage going, hopefully we can see how this will turn out. I have not tried this stage yet, so this might go very poorly, but from my understanding, this is how some people are doing it without the bond strat. Another thing is I've heard that if you use Meliodas or Escanor, they basically just get really nerfed in this fight. I don't know how true that is necessarily, but it might be something worth noting. If you're having trouble with this one, you might want to try out a different set of characters, at least for your damage dealer, because, you know, I understand that, like, you know, using festival characters is not the greatest. Especially, I don't really like using them for guides, but unfortunately, a lot of these stages end up being pretty specific for certain characters to be used, which is just really unfortunate. So we might be able to just go ahead and double attack here, and then we'll have the ultimate. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. Another big thing is that one of the passives that you can see for Sariel, obviously we can't see them right here. Ooh, we didn't kill the side two units, which is good. I don't know how this is going to go, but does this remove stances as well? I think it doesn't. I think it's just buffs. So, we'll see. We still have all of our buffs on and everything. We'll just use this and throw basically everything else that we have out, because this is all that we've got. So, boom. Okay, we did kill Sariel, and it killed one of the side units, and we were still able to win. So I guess that's good. Like I said, there is a passive that you can see on Sariel where if he survives with 20% HP or less, he's basically going to full heal, remove all of his debuffs, and he's going to get a big stat buff as well, or like an attack buff, I think it is. I want to say it may be just damage increase or basic stats. I can't remember. We can actually look right here. It is removes the hero's debuffs, fully heals their HP, and increases all stats by 20% when the hero survives with 20 HP or less. So it's basically like Overcome Crisis from the bird, if you're aware of that one. But yeah, this one is pretty tough, I would say, if you don't have the right units. I would say that maybe the middle one, actually, 29, maybe gave me a little bit more trouble. Let's throw the Bond team on really quickly just to show you that, and yeah, we'll wrap this up and call it a day. Alrighty, I'm throwing us on some HP food. I have the Red Liz in the back. I do have her Holy Relic, so that is the reason why I'm using her specifically, because she gains 15% HP related stats for allies. So that helps out Bond quite a bit. We're using Twiggo, of course, into the normal Bond team. So from my understanding, you should be able to just kind of rush an ult with this team and be basically good to go. I don't know if it's literally that simple or that easy, but I know that because I think it's every time you attack Sariel, he gains like a buff, like an attack-related stats buff, I want to say it is. That might be just the reason why it's easy to sort of rupture kill him. Oh, it's okay. So it's just a buff that the enemy ends up putting on. I know with his Holy Relic, I think it's just an attack stat buff that they end up putting on. But either way, we should be able to kind of... I mean, it's basically just going to be like moving cards around, I guess, which is... I don't really like doing that most of the time, especially with the fact that we only have 3 cards that we can move, so it's going to take me at least 2 turns to get what we need here. So that kind of sucks, but I don't know. Hopefully it's as simple as just moving cards around, grabbing an ultimate, and then calling it a day, but I could be wrong. There might be a little bit more to this that I am not anticipating, maybe, but... I don't know, if it is this simple and you already have a bond, maybe you've been playing the game for quite a while or something like that, it could be really, really nice for you to just do this strat, easy peasy, you know what I mean? So, I think this does last for 2 turns, but I think we're going to... maybe we do just go ahead and use it and then taunt up with Arthur now that Twiggo's taunt is gone. Because I don't know how much this ultimate is going to do. I would imagine it's not going to do too much to us, but I could be wrong here. Okay, it's an attack-related stats buff, so shouldn't be too bad. He's actually going to reset his ultimate here by attacking into my Arthur, which is good for me, so he doesn't get an ultimate. And then we should still have all of our gray HP buffs on from Bond's passive, so... it was only a level 1 blue buff. We'll just see if this works like I think it's going to. If not, it might be a little bit more tricky. You might have to actually try some things out, which it doesn't look like it is that tricky. So really didn't do too much to the side units at all, and it basically just got rid of Sariel easy peasy. So if you have this as a setup, by all means, I think this might be the easier one, just literally moving cards for 2 turns and ulting. But like I said, not everybody has a 6/6 ultimate, so there's 2 different teams that you can use. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to subscribe and hang out with the channel, I would appreciate it. But, you know, obviously that's on you. So, yeah, like I said, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.